What Okay, so somebody told me they can't hear me for some reason, so there I am.
Okay.
I got it, baby. Uh-oh.
Okay.
I got it, baby. Uh-oh. Okay, so I'm about to go live on my Facebook. I got it, baby.
I can hear my voice going through.
Okay, I'm gonna turn this down since I know that we can hear each other, that they can hear us. I forgot to put a tag. Mm-mm. Playing with it. It's very unusual when I remember to invite people to the live, so they're probably going to be like, "What is Miss Nikki up to? Let me find out." Why is it so heavy today? It's all yelling. I forgot to put your name in the video, but when I get done, I'll go back and edit it.
Okay.
And put your name in it, baby. All right, I'm done. Hey, you guys, what's going on? Boom, it's me, Miss Nikki, Fightheads MMA. Today is quite interesting. As you guys know, I was at EWC this weekend. Yeah, y'all know how they do. So check it out. While I was at EWC this weekend, an incident happened. The MMA community knows about it. I don't know who else, but we had two fighters fall out of a cage during a fight. Not a good look. And I have one of the fighters with me, the young man that was uninjured, Mr. Tyler Couchner. So I came on my phone. Y'all know I can both at the same time. But instead of doing that, y'all gonna need to come to my YouTube page, Fightheads MMA. Y'all want to see this interview? Y'all want to hear this interview? Bring your asses over to my YouTube page. Because as soon as I get done talking, I'm going to hit this finish button and I'm going straight into this interview with Tyler, one of the young men that fell out the cage this past weekend, and we're going to see what's popping and what's good and what may be coming up. You know, we're going to find out what's really good with this incident. I'm shocked and surprised that anything like this has happened. We just get ready to find out what's really good. So if you want to know and you want to see, bring yourself over to Fightheads MMA YouTube page. I am live currently on YouTube right now. So I got Tyler on the phone. We're about to get it, and we're going to find out what's happening and maybe how we can make sure this does not happen again, see where fault lies, and hopefully the other young man, Mr. Allen, who was really hurt and went to the hospital, will see us doing this live and know that it's for the benefit of all the fighters, and he'll feel comfortable and want to come forward, and maybe he'll have something to say. He'll let us know how he's doing and what's going on. So as soon as I get done talking, y'all better come on over to YouTube, because if you don't get to see this or even whatever's. Peace. Done. Boom. Welcome to Fightheads MMA. Hey guys, it's me, Miss Nikki. As you just heard me tell everybody that we had an incident this weekend in our MMA community here in Virginia, and I have one of the fighters that was involved in the incident. We're just gonna jump right into this. This is Mr. Young Man. Introduce yourself. Say who you are.
My name's Tyler Couchner.
Okay, Tyler Couchner from Roanoke, Virginia. Let me see. I'm gonna move this over here closer to the phone. So hopefully we'll get a good sound with that. How are you today, young man?
I'm great.
So please explain to us, you know that I haven't given them any information on where this happened, none of the details. I'm gonna let you give us the details, because I'm really hearing the story for the first time, how it really happened, from anybody that was really involved. So I appreciate you talking to Fightheads MMA and giving us a chance to be able to share what happened and get it out here, whatever needs to be done about this, and trigger some shots fired. How about that? Can you hear me, Tyler? Hello. Okay. I must have accidentally hit the button. Sorry, y'all.
Hello?
Tyler, I must have hit the button when I was moving the camera to the other side. All right. So I just want to say I appreciate you talking to Fightheads MMA. I want you to just tell your story, baby. Just tell us what happened. Let's see where it goes and um figure it out.
So basically, and he was, I just remember out of the case, I must have got, like I said, I don't know. I went back and unfortunately,
Oh, wow. So you're okay pretty much.
oh yeah,
So
understand. So,
you was just making you was coming back on the scene, huh?
yeah,
Well, bless you, baby. Bless your heart. So, do you know any of the injuries your opponent may have suffered when you guys fell out of the ring
um,
or out of the
not by looking
cage?
at him, not by looking at him.
Right, right.
Groceries, maybe.
I'm speaking of, I'm trying to get to my Facebook so that I can actually pull up this video.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty it was really pretty scary when I watched it. Like, I'm such a huge fan of you guys, and I never want to see y'all outside of the injuries y'all give each other in the fight. I never want to see y'all get hurt. You know what I mean? So when I heard about it, I was like, they planned. This is, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I know they just go too far with saying stuff, but then I looked on Facebook and seeing it, I was like, damn. So at this particular event, have you ever fought for these people before?
No, and so I did.
Oh my damn. It was just from the word go, it was just a hot mess. Nobody. So at this event, who is responsible for making sure this cage is secure once you guys are in it to fight?
I don't know all the details and everything, but it sounds like hands off to the sanctioning body, and I'm pretty sure they're responsible. And I think they, also responsible for cleanliness on them. And that's what it sounds like is that someone, thought they had lost it, and it sounds like someone did shake to check it, but obviously something wasn't right. Something must not have grabbed on the door, and that little bit of pressure that we gave must have been more than operated.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I know it wasn't. It's a terrible accident, and especially because either one of you got hurt. So I don't want to say, I don't want to make it look like this is something that I just want to be able to share it with the community because this is important, and we don't want nothing like this to become a habit, or we got to make sure that the equipment is working good. And
before even getting in the case, one of my training partners and I were looking at it, and it seemed like the key was, tight. I mean, I'm not expecting it looked pretty loose. We didn't really like the way it looked, and I said, "Is it going to be pulled a little tighter?" I was told, "Yes, it will be." When I had stepped into the cage, I don't know what my opponent was told. When I got in, I was told, the referee came up to me and said, "Hey, I just wanted to be aware there's a trouble in the cage. So watch your footing." And then he said, "Oh, and there's a gap on the floor. So be aware of that." That's like not really what's on the mind. So looking back, that's unsettling. For maybe 20 minutes before they got in, I heard people hitting on it with hammers, a sledgehammer. I was able to see it, and that's just looking back, it's just a mess to begin with, and I don't know who's responsible exactly. But I will say this: the promoter has, through a friend, is giving me my money back for my fees and my wife's ticket. So I really do appreciate that and doing that.
and this happened on our amateur level, right?
Yeah.
Okay, people. So if you're watching the YouTube video, which you are witnessing here is a video that was sent to me, Miss Nikki, Fightheadsmma, of this whole incident from beginning to. I didn't even watch the whole video. I honestly, after I seen a few minutes of it, I was just unnerved and I couldn't even finish watching it. So I'm gonna see what I get to see it all at the same time too. Oh, jeez. That was not good at all. I see you that's you coming back into the ring, right?
Yep.
That's you right here. So this is your coach, right?
Yeah,
He had went over to check on.
and they're both my training partners.
Okay, so your training partners were there cornering you. So your corner man went over to see what was going on and how this young man was doing. And this is Joe Hammer Allen on the floor, you guys. So we had the ringside, we had the doctor there, right?
Yeah. Yep. The doctor.
Okay, we got Doc here. At this event, were they required to have EMS on hand?
What's that?
At this event, were they required to have EMS on hand?
Oh, they did.
Okay, so it didn't take they were
right
there
they
for.
had all that covered.
Okay, so they had instant response for him and his situation. I had to make sure that I was still getting sound. So, yeah, he's wincing in pain there. He's absolutely wincing in pain. And you guys are not no punks, so yeah,
No, you have to be really somewhat.
yeah, so I know he's hurting somewhere, and he's probably worried about what part of his body may be affected, even if he can't feel it right then. I have no sound coming from the video. I just am playing the video. Wow. So at this point, you're thinking what? While all of this is happening right there outside of the cage, you're thinking what?
Well, making sure he's. I mean, it took him a minute to get there.
Mm-hmm. So after,
They followed up.
so, well, I imagine there's a guideline that they go through. Um, wow. So they just, so this fight for both of y'all is just going to be like a draw or something, huh? Or
Like in the
no contest?
the
Yeah.
control and it definitely ended the fight. So.
So where do we go from here, young man? Have you spoken to anybody from the situation, the sanctioning body, anybody?
No, I haven't talked to anyone from Sanction, but he called me, or he had me call him today at the event to get my take on everything, and obviously I explained basically the same things I did to you about the cage and the canvas, and told me that, we don't want the canvas pulled skin tight because the photos will slip. I understand. I told him it's a little weird that I'm being told these things as I enter the cage. I shouldn't be worried about obstacles. I should be worried about my opponent trying to hurt me and me trying to hurt him. So, I expressed I didn't like that too much, and I told him I would like my money back. So I do appreciate that, but other than that, I've been pretty much blocked from him, and a lot of my teammates are blocked.
I'm so sorry.
I mean, the thing is,
Wait a minute. Why you think? Oh, yes.
that's it. He didn't like it, obviously. Yeah, we're not really talking right now. So.
Well, I guess at this point, that'll be the last time you fight on one of this particular promoter's events, huh?
Yeah.
Right. Wow. Well, young man, I'm sorry for you that this happened, that, for both of you guys. I don't know what to think about this. Like, so do you think you're going to hear from the sanctioning body or anything like that?
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know if I should go and try to contact him or if I should wait. I really don't know.
Yeah, that is one of those questions like, Louise, my niece. Man, so you've been an amateur MMA fighter for how long, my young man?
I think my first fight was,
Hmm.
yep, and I had to lay off. And I had my second fight last September, and just got back to it again.
So this would have actually been your third fight.
Yeah.
So your record is what?
Two, one.
Congratulations. Oh man. So there's no other promotion that you could think of right now. You're in Roanoke. Well, what about the TOC event coming up on
Yeah,
December 1st?
that's one.
Oh, okay.
I like to get, you know,
I respect that. I respect that. I respect that. I get it. So tell the guys, tell everybody what team you hail from, young man.
what's that?
I said, tell everybody what team you hail from.
Um,
Oh, okay, you guys. I have an update. Mr. Allen did respond to me. He said, thank you for the offer, but I am unable to do that right now. I'm actually in the hospital waiting on the results from another CT scan. So this is serious, you guys. He got hurt. He's still, it's a whole almost 2 days later, and he is still attending to his injuries. So this is turning out to be quite serious at this point. And we have to thank Mr. Tyler for talking to us and letting us know what really did happen. And thank you to his teammate and training partner, Mr. Cochran, for sending the video to me so I could allow everybody to see that. And I'll go back on my Facebook later and I'll share it through my Facebook Messenger. And people can come up here onto YouTube and watch our interview, Tyler, and they can rewatch and watch and watch and rewatch that video if they need to see exactly what happened. You guys aren't making this up. It wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Y'all was doing nothing but what y'all was there to do, which was fight. Oh man. So damn, that's serious, y'all. This could be quite serious. So did I ask you who the sanctioning body was? UM. Do you deal with them an awful lot? Have you
no,
dealt with them?
that was my first experience.
Okay. So does your team have any any other your team members have any impending fights coming up and before the end of the year that you want to,
No,
big up? No impending
no, we
fight.
don't.
How many of y'all's on the team?
We have Casey. Um, yeah, that's about
So you guys are pretty much a newbie team, and KC seems
it.
to
Yeah.
be the veteran of the
I mean,
team.
um,
Oh, so yeah, y'all really okay. I get it. Elevating.
yeah.
Got it. So is there anything else you want to tell the people, young man? Anything else you want to talk about? Did you
No, that's it.
did you happen to stick around? Did you see any other fights that happened on the card, or did they just shut that whole situation down once that happened?
You know,
Oh man, I'm very sorry this happened. I'm super sorry. I know, nobody wants anything like that to happen, but we're gonna spread the word. We're gonna let them know this is what's going on. Um, And keep praying for our young man, Mr. Allen, that his injuries are not long lasting and not very serious, and that they just double checking to make sure that they're not very serious. So, geez, I want to say thank you to you and your team for allowing Fightheads to get this information and get it out there, and hope y'all share it and share with the community what really happened. I mean, I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm still like legitimately in shock. So thank you, young man. Um, and when you get ready to fight again, you know you got to let me know so we can big it up and we can get on here and get another interview and let them know that you and your craziness is coming back to the to the octagon and you got some things you want to settle out there. And if I know of anything that might be possible, I will send it your way, young man. That's what I do. So if I hear of any upcoming events or any matchmakers hit me up, what weight class? You almost got away. You almost got. You know that's a big thing. I don't know if you know, but now you will. That's the thing with me. I'll make a wait. So I understand that you've been gone for a while. I get it. I get it. I'm not even going. I'm not even going to give it to you this time. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna see what happens. So you say you're gonna go on back to 170, so you can be comfortable with it. I respect that. I ain't got no squabs with that. But thank you for sharing that with us. So thank you, young man. And as soon as Mr. Allen is feeling a lot better, I presume that he probably will, speak with Fightheads MMA and let us know what's going on with him. If he can or if he can't, he'll let us know in the future. So as soon as we hear from him, y'all hear from us. Yes. And thank you again to your team and everybody that, was involved. And I'm glad that you're okay. And I'm glad that at least Mr. Allen is okay enough to say, I'm still getting checked. So, okay, young man, thank you for your time, and we shall speak soon.
Thank you.
Thank you, baby. Bye bye. So, there you have it, you guys. That's what happened. Yeah, that's what happened. The two young men had just came to fight, and they fell out of the cage, and now one is still at the hospital getting checked. 2 days later, this happened Saturday evening. It's now Monday evening, and he's still at the hospital getting checked, and they want to make sure that he doesn't have any lingering injuries, I suppose. He didn't say anything about what his condition is or anything. I read the message to you guys. I'm getting shout outs from the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship Hall of Fame, my guy, Mr. Scott Burt. Hi, Scott. I don't even know if he's over here on YouTube. Shocked at this. Episode. Oh, they put some. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. What? I'm looking at comments that came. Somebody, I think, cast a spell on me, y'all. Oh my God. What is going on? I am not a Harry Potter fan. I don't know the characters. I don't know the spells. But I think somebody just tried to hoax me with a damn Harry Potter spell. Shock that. How does that happen? You believe Fightheads MMA is what you have to fight for. Okay, so I wasn't being, I don't know if I was being hexed, but the person came back later and said, this is the Harry Potter World of Warcraft LOTR roleplay server, right? Stop playing, Matthew. You knew that that was not what it was. Stop playing. You playing with it. Oh my goodness. That's the first time I ever had somebody put a hex on me, though. My green polish protects me, Matthew. My green polish protects me. Big pause, hell. Jesus Christ in the morning. So, we know that at least at this point, Mr. Allen, Joe Hammer Allen, another one of our MMA fighters, is still being checked on at the hospital. We know that UMMAS was the sanctioning body. And this promoter, I don't think I've ever heard of him till just now. Yeah, I don't ever remember anybody bringing anybody from Winchester, Virginia to my attention. So, with that being said, I don't know what to tell y'all. The promoter he spoke to him. He's going to make sure he gets his money back for, the young man's, I believe, travel and for his wife's ticket or whatever. And then he blocked him. But of course, I know old boy is feeling this. I mean, the promoter is feeling a certain kind of way because this is falling on them. This happened at their event. This is going to fall on them. So they got to kind of protect themselves and make sure that they don't. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't even know how to respond to that. So we just gonna have to wait and see how this really pans out. Yeah, that's stuff right in like. But we'll have to wait and see how this pans out and go from there. So with that being said, I got some moves I gotta make. And that be that. Y'all see me back probably later on this evening tonight, probably late tonight because I gotta go make some physical moves, and then I'll be back later, and we'll talk about EWC from this past weekend. I'll find out if I can show y'all the footage that I have from this past weekend at EWC. Elite Warrior Challenge 19 was off the chain. Stop playing with me, y'all. So we'll talk about that, and we'll talk about whatever I can look at on YouTube and figure out what happens with the UFC this weekend and upcoming events. And we'll just discuss all of that when I come back later. And hopefully I'll have a great update. I was able to raise $12 for my donation box to go to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children this weekend at EWC. So thank you to all my supporters, and thank you to EWC and all of that. I'm gonna go through all of that when I come back later, you guys. But right now, and I'm pretty sure it's been so much stuff going on. It was a lot that went on at EWC with with the bouts and stuff. A lot of TKOs and. I see something I ain't never seen before at EWC this weekend. So I'll tell y'all all about it. And hopefully, I have the footage that I think I have. And I'll be able to show it to you guys. And we'll talk about it. But Bruce did have a pay stream for this event. So y'all can go right up there and see his perfect footage that they got this weekend because he had a whole camera crew up in there. They was doing the damn thing. And go up there. You can go up to EWC and get the information, and he'll send you to the pay stream and go from there. Oh, also we'll talk about felony Charles Bennett. He's getting ready to fight December 1st in Michigan. He calls his opponent that guy. I believe the young man's name is Zach Shaw, that he'll be fighting, and I believe they'll be in a 135 bout. There's some other exciting matchups on that card too, so maybe I'll be able to screen share and we can go look through the information that Ms. Nikki already has and find out who else is on that card with felony Charles Bennett, and see what other kind of dust ups is happening up there, and then we'll talk about some other things that pertain to the MMA world and who I seen this weekend at EWC. I got all this love for. Oh my God, y'all! It was so excited. It was so excited. I can tell y'all the elite of at least my Virginia fighting world. And then when I do travel out to these events that I go to, like Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, yeah. 1, 2, and 3. Yes, that's what y'all need to do. Go over to Facebook, boom, 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 on my Nikki Booker page. I gotta send it over to my Fightheads page, so but I won't be doing that right now. So it probably won't be till later that I do this. So it's on my page. But yes. Mr. Nate Shook gave us some good information about the upcoming USA versus Mexico card in February at Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. He gave us some good information. Tell y'all, the elite gets the goods straight off the hot off the presses. Hot off the presses. I don't know who else has been talking about the situation, the incident, because that's what I'm calling it, the incident that happened this weekend with the two young men falling out of the MMA cage. But Miss Nikki is talking about it. They asked me to talk about it, so I'm talking about it. So whenever Mr. Allen is feeling much better and he's able to talk, it's bound to be some legal stuff going on here. So, we may have to wait a minute to talk to him because he's got to get all his ducks in the row because he's legitimately hurt. So, you don't know how this is going to affect his day-to-day life, whether it affects his job or, how he interacts with his family. I'm pretty sure, his family is worried about him, and the MMA community is worried about him too. We're all worried about him. So now that we know it's 2 days later and he's still being checked on, we know it's very serious. So with that being said, it was hot off the presses for me. I found out about it, like I said, on Saturday at the event. And I didn't think that they would reach out to me or ask me to talk about this, but they did. And so I am. Because I always want my fighters to be protected and be in a good place. And, for the most part, the promoters that I've ever dealt with, try to go out of their way to make sure that things are safe and done right at their shows. So, like I said, I know this was an accident. It's a terrible accident. And, things got to be straightened out. And we'll just have to wait and see how all of that works out. So, thank you for joining me. And I'll be back later. So, be looking for it. And we got a lot of stuff to cover. So, it may be late night, so we could cut it up, have a good time. And I don't know who may join me, at that late night hour because everybody is back in the gym today and coming back off of, whatever they were doing this weekend. All my warriors, nothing but love and respect from Miss Nikki of Fightheads MMA in reference to your awards that you all went through this weekend. So, with that being said, love, peace, and hair grease. I'll see y'all later. Yeah, I'll see y'all later. Deuces. Wait a minute, one more thing. Producers go. They finally got here. Boxing gloves. They got here. Yee. Yes, they are in the package. Boom. Face guard. Head gear. Head guard. And the MMA gloves. It's one set of them. What's good, y'all? Give us the time. Miss Nikki. Love, peace, and hair grease. I'll see you guys later. We'll talk more about this equipment. I probably will go live from my home gym tonight. That's what I said. I gotta make some physical moves. I gotta get my ass on the road. Love, peace, and hair grease. Fightheadsmma. Forgot I wasn't on my phone this time. Sorry.